I've searched the whole room and there are no other doors. Unless we find a way to open this gate, our journey ends here.
Alright, Hulk, you alright, buddy? did those lamps look a bit suspicious to you? Good job, Gun. You go investigate.
I recognize this. It's the Azure Dragon of the East.
Now, I found this section really confusing. Normally... Guys, look, leave the ancient Asian architecture alone. Like, what did it do to you? But yeah, I found this bit really odd because normally you have to find like a pattern to do this sort of stuff, and oh, which one goes on which. But it's just literally a case of just pulling these ones down onto the glowing symbol that's right in front of them. I found it quite odd.
This one is the White Tiger of the West, a classic.
I see. Look, guys, now look what you've done. You've put a bad impression on Miles. I just heard him attacking something back here as well. You're corrupting the youth of our days. Damn it, Miles.
And who can forget the good old black turtle of the north?
Well, this is the last time our team's ever going to get invited to go see other cultures. I mean, Hulk I expect this from, but... Ah, look at that. We beat up some ninjas and we find a hidden treasure behind the wall. Not gonna lie, I'm digging this music. Dun, 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 dun. Ow! I spy a new ringtone. No, you don't. Ouch. Okay, maybe you do. I'm just not having much luck today. There we go. Let's get a few synergies going off here. Getting so focused on using the singular abilities, I'm completely just oversighting the fact that I could be doing so much more damage right now. You can't hit what you can't see.
You're welcome to follow me. But watch your step. My radar sense gives me an advantage, letting me sense where their triggers are. Your safest bet is to let me or another teammate who can detect danger lead the way.
See, this was something I didn't quite understand, because it said you need to let another enemy who can, a teammate who can detect the traps, but no matter who I switch to, they can all detect the traps. I'm guessing one of these has the abilities. Probably Miles Morales or Scarlet Witch has the ability to detect it, and just because they're on their team, they can show where the traps are. But I did just find it kind of odd. Just maybe I need to try this area with a different team or something, and these bits won't glow. Or you could just get a flying character like I have and just bypass all of it. Look what we have behind curtain number 2. So yeah, all of these little, despite what I've said about my team blowing up the infrastructure, you want to knock down all of these curtains you see, because some of them have hidden items behind them, which you're definitely going to want when you're upgrading your team.
I hear more coming, like rats scurrying on the walls.
Ultimate attack! Venom blast!
Yikes! Well, it looks like there's more where that came from. Might have set off one of those traps with the Hulk, but I think to unleash extreme ability, it was worth it. Why fight the bad guys? I mean, I could just throw explosives at them. Hulk explode!
One. This time. I'm ready to present my case.
Now, you're probably going to get sick of hearing me say this, because I'm going to say it about pretty much every character we come across, but I really wanted Daredevil on my team. Now, I'd say that about pretty much everyone, but Daredevil, kind of like Star-Lord, was one of the so close contenders. I actually really want Daredevil on my team, but I just don't have a spot for him. I would replace Scarlet Witch with him, but he's a physical attacker who can clear areas, which is exactly what Miles can do. But Miles also has energy abilities, and I really needed a ranged mystical one like Scarlet Witch on my team. But I really want Daredevil on my team. Maybe if I never ever do a separate playthrough in the future, he will become a member of the team. But he was so close, so close. If I swapped out anyone, it would be for Daredevil.
We can't stop now. There's no telling what the Kingpin has in store.
Whatever he's protecting must be important. The Hand is everywhere. How do we fight them?
With everything we've got, don't worry about holding back. Hand warriors are cursed, so they can't ever really die. They always come back, time and time again.
No wonder their army seems endless. Can we...
Wait, do you hear that? Some sort of chanting. Sounds almost like a ritual. And that smell, something or someone strangely familiar.
Could it have something to do with the Infinity Stone?
Let's find out.
Sounds like a plan. And it's actually quite funny that Daredevil was one of the people I wanted on my team most. Back when I did my original Ultimate Alliance walkthrough so many years ago, I actually really didn't like Daredevil, but that actually had nothing to do with Daredevil. I'd never actually read any Daredevil at that point, so I was really just inexperienced on the character. As soon as I read anything to do with Daredevil, I fell in love with the character.
Whatever evil the Hand is invoking can stay in hell. I'll send you there to greet it instead.
It is too late, assassin. The beast is coming. Shall be its vessel.
Well, I think that might be the something familiar Daredevil was talking about.
From your home. Magic isn't for everyone.
Now, what you want to be doing here... Yikes! Look, he's not getting beaten up by Elektra.
If we take them out first, perhaps we can come up for supply.
Yes.
There you go, as Daredevil just quite rightly said, what you want to do is take down the Mystics that are pretty much just fueling and protecting Elektra. And once you've taken them down, then we can actually start doing some damage to the woman herself. Yikes! Rightio, 1 down, 2 to go. It seems like Elektra knows what our plan is because she's starting to lay the smackdown on Cap.
Time to face the magic.
Man, that was a much quicker way of doing things. see if we can finish this guy on before he gets his stagger gauge back. Right, I should be focusing on that last ninja, but these guys were really just getting on my nerves. Ah, looks like the rest of the team took out that last Mystic, and now we can focus on Elektra. What I'll try and do is take down the stagger gauge with Cap. And then hopefully... I was hoping I could do a synergy on her to get a stun off, but for some reason I think all the other characters were stuck fighting all the other enemies around us. Right, and if that's the case, then what we'll do, we'll clear the rest of the enemies first, so everyone can just focus on Elektra. There we go, right. Now let's try that plan again. And of course I flicked to the one character that didn't have any synergies. Man, I am just messing up today. I'm not having the best luck. Come on, Cap, I'm going to need you over it.
This one's for freedom.
That one worked. I mean, other than the fact I was nearly missed with Cap's extreme attack. That was a bit better. Knocked down a stagger gauge and then actually hit her with the stun. Righty, I think we can just finish her off now. We don't need to get the last stagger gauge down.
Venom blast.
The hand will pay for what they've done. In blood. Help me if you like. But stand in my way, and I promise that your fate will be the same as theirs.
Rightio. Oh, right. I need to get my head in the game. I'm making a lot of silly mistakes right now, so Elektra, as you can see over there, I'm just going to see if there's any upgrades. No, I don't have any. So Elektra over here, she's actually a character you can unlock through doing the Infinity Trial. She doesn't get unlocked through story progression, so later on in the game, if you manage to actually bust through, I think it's the first set of Infinity Trials, I believe it is. If you manage to get through all the way to the end of them, then you can unlock Elektra and add her to your roster. But as I said, those Infinity Trials can be a bit meddlesome, so you might want to leave them until a little bit later in the game.
I can tell you have a question.
Can Elektra be trusted?
I've had to ask myself that a lot over the years, but I've always found that she makes the right choice, even if she takes a longer, deadlier road to get there.
That's only mildly reassuring.
I'm afraid it's the best I can offer.
Has anyone ever told you you're a very reassuring, comforting fellow? Just like a big red pillow you are.
That was some bad mojo. My chi is totally out of line.
What were those hand mystics doing?
My best guess? Tapping into a dark spiritual energy in an attempt to manifest it on our plane. Offering their own souls as sacrifice.
You know, just off the top of your head. Would they come back like the other hand ninjas?
Hate to say it, but I don't think anyone comes back from that.
You should never have come here.
The word you're looking for is you're welcome. Shouldn't you be thanking... There we go again. Shouldn't you be thanking us from freeing you from the whatever that was anyway?
The hand deals in arcane magic that dates back to the dawn of civilization. They worship a primordial beast that wishes to drag the world back to those darker days.
And that ancient beast, it possessed you?
The Hand's mystics restored me to life once, long ago. That process must have made me an ideal vessel for their enchantment. If only I had killed those mystics sooner. A mistake I won't make again.
Yeah, we sure we want her on our team? Why were you here in the first place?
For the same reason as you. To stop the Kingpin from crushing the city beneath his fist. Our goals are aligned, even if our methods are not.
You can say that again. Miles, me and you, we're just... well, I've already said it, so...
I believe I've already said enough.
God, we're just so in sync right now. So in sync. But, yeah, if I was actually to create a team just out of my favourite characters as opposed to the ones that actually do good against, like, bosses and waves of enemies, it would all be street-level heroes. It'd be Miles Morales, Spider-Man, Daredevil, Luke Cage. It'd all be Miss Marvel. It'd be all those types of characters. They're my favourites. Even Captain America, I do like him. I know he's a bit more global, but I just like Cap. But it wouldn't be Scarlet Witch and Hulk. It'd be all these street-level heroes. Maybe one day I'll have to play through this game again and just use my favourite heroes opposed to the ones that will actually make for a good team. And maybe I'll just have to smash some more of these glowing crates and get myself some XP cubes. Rightio, so make sure to knock all of these off the wall because some of them have secrets behind them.
I will not be trapped in this accursed place any longer. There, an exit from this infernal cage.
Let's go, gang.
Yeah, well, we don't really plan on being trapped in this accursed place any more than you do, so... I was going to say, allow us help you find an exit, but I kind of accidentally did that already. Some of the greatest accomplishments I've ever had in my life were done on accident.
Getting the sense that these walls might not be as solid as they look. Check for secret passages.
a little late on the upkeep there, Daredevil. We've already gone ahead and made that realization ourselves, but, you know, use those keen senses of yours to detect trouble. Oh, do you know what? I'm going to throw these bombs out the way before I accidentally blow them up trying to destroy this thing. Excuse me one moment, hand ninjas. Oh yeah, I haven't actually used her aura field yet. I forgot about that. So as you say, that attack's better used when you've got lots of enemies massed up in one big group. And then you basically just hold the button down and you can move it around like that. And it does damages, wow, great English, Dave. Does damage to all of the enemies in the area whilst also slowing them down. So, as I say, just a great supportive character.
Did anyone else use some fresh air?
No, but I could use myself some glowing crates. What do we need here? We need a charge and a smash. Cap has the charge. And I believe Hulk has the smash, but... There we go. Or Miles Morales. I thought it was Miles that we used earlier, but for some reason it was coming up with Hulk. There's one thing you need to be careful of, a mistake I made quite often. When you hold up this synergy bar, it comes up with who you can do a synergy with, but it does whoever you can do a synergy with who's closest proximity to you. So let's take Cap, for example. If I hold the synergy bar here, it's telling me Miles and Miles. Yet if I hold the synergy bar over here, it's telling me Hulk. It tells you who you can do a synergy with, but it's also to do with close proximity. Wanda, however, cannot do a synergy with anyone. It's one of the main flaws about this character with this team that I've amassed. And apparently, from what I've read online as well, there's not many people she can do synergies with. That may be wrong, because I've only ever used her with this team, but it's what I hear. Oh, I should really stop flying with her, actually, because, yep, I've just used up her entire EP bar. And when pretty much, like, the majority of her attacks rely on that EP bar, that's probably not the smartest idea. Alright, we'll see what's down this second ominous corridor.
These weapons could prove quite useful in the right hands.
Let me guess, those hands are your hands?
That was just a warning. Leave now, or learn why they say bullseye never misses. That's because anyone who would know is dead. I'm right at home here in the Kingpin's little museum. After all, I make killing an art.
The funny thing is, out of all the characters he could have thrown that card at, Luke Cage was probably the worst one. The guy with impenetrable, unbreakable skin, and that's who he decides to throw the playing card at.
Do me a favor and die already. I have a reputation to retain.
Rightio, so let's go around and take out some of these ninjas that are helping him. And then we'll go down and take out the big kahuna himself. Well, I wouldn't exactly class Bullseye as the big kahuna, but you know what I mean. So as I said before, when you're using someone like Scarlet Witch, especially in a boss battle, you do not want her in the thick of things. You want to be firing from afar. However, the problem is, by firing from afar, you then get his attention focused squarely on her, and that's not what you want. She's not the character to stand there and take all the damage. Come back here, running away won't save you. However, managing to get your managing to get your stagger bar back up will.
Son of a... You think you won, but you really missed the mark. When the big man gets done with you, you're gonna wish you'd let me put you out of your misery.
Something tells me the Kingpin didn't put his latest acquisition on display. If we want the stone, we'll have to find him first.
Let's go, gang.
If you like this video and want to see more going forwards, please consider pressing the like button. It really helps the channel to grow. If you're new here, definitely subscribe and always push that notification bell to be notified of all future videos going forward.